Welcome to the Vegas Vegan. Thank you for watching my video. I'm Christina, a food and beverage professional for over 37 years in the food and beverage industry. I've worked every position. I'm a graduate of bartending school and currently on a successful management team in a trendy restaurant here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I plan on sharing all of my industry knowledge and taking those fabulous recipes and veganizing them. Happy 4th of July holiday! I am excited to share with you today's video because we are doing a full-on 4th of July vegan barbecue feast. I am going to take my favorite restaurant recipes and veganize them. Stay tuned. Okay, first up, our bourbon baked bean recipe. Now this is really quick and easy to make. It does take 10 hours, but the crock pot is doing all of that for you. All you have to do is add all of these ingredients together, and that's the hardest part of this recipe. Now normally I use dehydrated beans and I soak them overnight in the refrigerator, but they were out of those, so I'm using 4 cans of Great Northern beans. I'm making sure they're organic, of course. And I'm gonna put all of my ingredients in the crock pot to make this bomb of a recipe. So I'm using a cup of vegetable broth, my very favorite barbecue sauce, a cup of brown sugar. I'm using molasses, and I'm using my very favorite Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. This one is Knob Creek, it's my recommendation. Chili powder, some Dijon mustard, my favorite vegetables cut kind of small. Then I'm using some paprika to kick it up and add a little heat. And then liquid smoke. That gives it that really smoked flavor. And then your job is done. For the next 10 hours, this is going to simmer on slow. And the funny thing about this baked bean recipe is that it's not baked at all. And there you go. It's perfect, it's thick, it's sweet, it's hickory smoked. Bourbon baked beans. Perfect. Next up, we're veganizing coleslaw. This recipe only takes a few ingredients and a few minutes. So we're gonna take half a cup of our eggless mayonnaise, half a cup of our dairy-free yogurt. Here I'm using Soy Delicious coconut yogurt. It kind of gives it a sweeter flavor, which you need for coleslaw. I'm adding in my apple cider vinegar, some celery seeds. Then I'm gonna incorporate a little bit of cane sugar, not much. Look at the size of my tiny spoon. And then we're gonna mix it. Then we're gonna take our pre-bagged organic coleslaw mix, and we're just gonna pour this on the top, and then mix it through, incorporate the dressing to the salad really well. Now instead of using a full cup of mayonnaise, we've cut our calories in half by only using half a cup of mayonnaise, and the other half is with the yogurt. So you're not gonna get the restaurant calories here. You don't want anything heavy on your salad. Just salt and pepper to taste if you'd like, and there you go. Perfect dish for the holiday coming up. Leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me know how you liked this recipe. Buttermilk Biscuits. Oh yes, a staple at every barbecue, and we're gonna veganize this recipe too. We're gonna take almond milk and apple cider vinegar, and that's gonna make our buttermilk. We're gonna preset our oven to 425 degrees. We're gonna add 4 cups of unbleached flour, and make sure it's unbleached. We don't need any added bleach to our food. And we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of baking powder. And then we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Now these 2 ingredients are key to making our biscuits rise. And so that is what's going to allow that to happen. Now we're gonna take our cup of magic. Here's our buttermilk. So it just coagulated together, and I kid you not, this is the magic stuff that's gonna make our buttermilk tasting recipe to this biscuit. So we're going to incorporate all of these ingredients together, and don't worry that your dough is going to be quite sticky. That's okay. We're gonna put down a little bit of flour. And here it's really important to not overwork your dough. So we're just gonna minimally incorporate a little more flour into this mixture, careful to not overwork it. I feel biscuits and pie crusts as a rule of thumb. Don't do it, don't overwork your dough. So we're just gonna fold it about 6 to 8 times, and that's gonna give us our layers of flakiness. That's an insider tip, and you got it here on my channel. So I feel like I shouldn't have used a rolling pin. You probably could have used your hands, probably less working with the dough, but it is what it is. So then I'm going to just take my pint glass. Please take a cookie cutter, because I just reached for my tool of the trade. I'm using Earth Balance vegan butter, and I'm putting my thumb in the middle of each biscuit. That just makes a signature look, and I feel like it allows all the butter to kind of go from the center outward to get that golden brown look. So our oven is already preheated at 425. We're gonna put this in our oven for about 20 minutes, but don't just put it on 20 minutes and walk away, please. Altitude has everything to do with determining your baking time. So depending on what altitude you live at is what you want to go by. I just add a little more butter on the top, and oh, look at that. Look at that. Flaky, golden brown. Look at the layers. This has certainly risen to the challenge. Oh, look at these flaky, buttery, wonderful, veganized buttermilk biscuits. Oh, a staple at every barbecue for sure. Look at that. I literally cannot wait to eat this, y'all. Here we go with our Louisiana fried chicken recipe made of tofu. So we're gonna take our tofu and press it between 2 cutting boards. I've got my gym weights here. And the longer you press the water out of the tofu, the more it takes on the resemblance of meat. So we're getting our mixture ready. We're adding to a couple cups of flour all of our spices. We're gonna combine all that. And then we've got our panko on the side. There's my favorite air fryer. Now this is gonna be a Louisiana style, so we're using lots of hot, fiery spices. Some red chili flakes, some onion powder, some Cajun seasoning, some chili powder, black pepper, chickenless seasonings, and it's gonna be hot because it's Louisiana style. We're gonna check our tofu. This has been pressing for quite some time, and the longer it presses, the more it looks like meat. And look at that, it's true. It no longer looks like spongy tofu. So here we're just adding our almond milk to our flour spiced mixture, and then we're going to add all of these cubed pieces of tofu, mix them pretty well, and then we're just going to take each coated piece and dump it into the panko batter, and then just kind of dust panko on all of the sides, and then we're going to put them in our air fryer. And it's just so easy. Look at the oil, hardly any, one little spray. We're going to put this on 370 for 15 minutes. Check this out. No way. It looks like chicken. Oh my goodness. Look at the crunch. I just have to show you. This is crunchy and flavorful and crispy, and I love this air fryer. It really, instead of baking 40 minutes in the oven, this took 10 minutes. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. And I hope you will too. Our last recipe of the day is street corn, and this is really easy to veganize in just a few simple steps. So I douse the corn with juice of a fresh lime all over, and then I add my Earth Balance butter, some tahini, some chili powder, and I'm adding chives because I didn't get any cilantro, onion powder. So next time use cilantro, that would be my recommendation. It's more like street corn. And we're just gonna put the street corn in this air fryer. So instead of going out to the barbecue where it's 105 degrees today here in Las Vegas, we're just gonna do this here. I love this air fryer. They're not sponsoring me at all, but this is my new best friend. So we're gonna put it on 400 degrees for 15 minutes. And at the halfway mark, I'm just gonna open it up, turn the corn so that it cooks evenly. And bam, beautiful roasted corn, juicy. Oh, so good. So you guys might recognize this cream cheese. I did a video just last Friday on how to make vegan cream cheese. If you need a link to that recipe, I'll put it in this section, but I'm just covering my street corn with my vegan cream cheese. I'm adding some Go Heart Healthy shreds, some more tahini and chili to garnish. There you have it. Our complete barbecue vegan style is done. We have made veganized coleslaw, bourbon baked beans, tofu chicken, street corn, and buttermilk biscuits. Oh, I hope that you try all of these recipes, and please like and subscribe to my video and leave me a comment in the comment section. Happy holiday to all of you. Stay safe, and thank you. Big shout out to all of my followers for your likes and your suggestions and your support. We'll see you next Friday on the Vegas Vegan.